I don't remember. Oh, Jesus. Fucking Jeremy over here coming right at me. I didn't even realize there was another one. I also like how sometimes you'll walk away from them and then they'll just, Jesus, Murphy, Jones, and you brought Robert. Hello, everyone. Welcome to part 2 of God of War. Yeah, let's just do this. I mean, well, here's the thing. I'm not even making a joke about it, not even being sexual about it. This is a trophy. I can't even do it. This is a trophy, and, you know, you get red orb stuff. So it's like, why not do this? I mean, it's been a part of pretty much every single God of War game. I say pretty much. Ooh, oh, you see, I don't know. First time here. Sorry. Oh, sorry, buddy. Let me just grab a hole. I can't even fucking get. I love how he grabs their heads. That's just so fucked up. Yeah, man. It's like, why don't you? Why wouldn't you do this? But also, I believe in Ascension there wasn't a sex scene. So it's like that's the one game where like you didn't. And it was so expected too. That's the thing. Rocking the boats. Yeah, you get a trophy for it, and you got to get the red orbs too. Got to get the red orbs because you know you can upgrade stuff. So it's really in your favor to do something like this. You know, I'm doing it again because I believe it taps you out at like 3 times. Maybe I messed up again. Son of a bitch. Let's try it one more time. I don't need to keep. I won't spend that much time on this. As usual, you know. Most of the time I say I'm not going to do 100% runs, even though Sly Cooper was a pretty easy one, so it's like, damn it. Obviously, we were going to do Sly Cooper, and then the other instances where I did it, Jack and Daxter or Spyro Year of the Dragon, you know, those were 100% runs, because I just can't play those games without doing 100% runs. But, you know, God of War, no, we're not going to do that on God of War. God of War's not bad, it's just like, the problem is like if you want to do like a platinum run, their trophies make you do a couple of things where it's like a lot of retries, the challenge rooms. You got to do a speed run of the game. That means you can put on like a magic suit or something that gives you unlimited magic, and then you can just kind of speed run through the game that way, which is a lot easier. But basically, we're not doing that for God of War. Also, if I sound different right now, it's because I'm trying to be more relaxed. In part 1, I was setting up just to make sure the audio sounded really good. But I just can't do that if I'm going to record in, like, multiple sessions. And sometimes I have to record in multiple sessions because I'm busy, I work a lot. So, I just have to lean in a certain way so I can feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'm a little bit further away from the mic. I'll try and bump the audio up a little bit so it doesn't sound too distorted, but at the same time it still comes in somewhat clear. We're still rocking PlayStation Now, obviously. This is very much so still on PlayStation Now. If something does go haywire in the middle of this Let's Play, then by all means I will probably switch to Blu-ray disc, but I'm hoping that will definitely not be the case. It would have to get pretty bad for it to force me to do that, because I absolutely want to keep this on just PlayStation Now. Could probably hit circle and kill these guys quicker. Again, you know, what if I do something stupid or whatnot? That's just me talking. I just don't care at this point. I'm here for the conversation, not so much for the game, even though that's kind of a weird thing to say because this is a Let's Play. Lets you and me play this, and I am playing it. But I'm also telling you some stories. Lots of stories. Also, God of War 1 in particular, I guess a lot of the other God of War games they're not incredibly long games by any stretch, so this is probably going to be in the same veins of Sly Cooper. We'll finish it in a somewhat reasonable amount of parts. We won't spend too much time on it, so we can, you know, do another Let's Play right away or something. But of course, this all depends on, you know, how quickly I can dispatch of enemies. A lot of these fights you can just straight up like skip. I mean, all the enemies so far that I've fought, you could easily just skip. Of course, I want to fight them because, well, not only does it fill up some time, not that I'm looking to fill up time, but it also just, is there anything in here worth my while? I don't think I need to jump in there. Not only that, but, shit, I don't even know the point I was trying to make. Son of a bitch, I already forgot. I don't even know where I was going with that. But, what was I talking about? When you say not only that, it means you have that means you have more things to say. Oh, these dudes are crazy, by the way, too. These guys coming up. Yeah, dude, like, this game was just so fucking badass. You see this scene and you're like, damn. Like, shit's about to get real in this game. Dude, I still remember the first time I ever saw God of War 3. That was what? God of War 3 gameplay? That was E3 2010? No, 2009? Or was it 2008? I'm just going through like every single year at this point. I think it's 2009. These dudes are jacked, dude. I think it's 2009, but that was like the first time we ever saw God of War 3 gameplay, and it's that like one little section with not Kronos, one of the Titans or whatever that's climbing, and then he crushes Helios in his hand or whatever, and it's just that kind of playthrough right there or whatever. That little like portion of the game. And that was like the first time anybody ever saw God of War 3 gameplay, and it just looked so fucking awesome. It was, like, that game just looked gorgeous, and that's the thing about PlayStation 3, and you know, even more so, same with Xbox 360. But it was like you really wanted to see what games would look like, but even more so games from PlayStation 2 and Xbox. So, you know, the technology. I'm pressing circle and nothing is happening. I'm feeling like this is a PS Now thing. Because God of War is way more responsive than that. Granted, God of War is it can be hit or miss, but I don't know. It's just not making sense to me right now. I'm standing like right next to the guy, and he's just not hooking onto him. But that was always like a constant thing when PlayStation 3 initially came out. You're like, okay, yeah, I want to see PlayStation 3 games. I want to see 360 games. I want to see, you know, what these games look like. But even more so, what does a game from that generation look like now? Why is that area over there still all red and stuff? Like, it's still blocked off. That means like I'm not done with enemies or whatever. So like that's why it was so exciting to see God of War 3, because it was like, oh my god, like how good is the game gonna look? How detailed is it gonna look? Like how are the graphics gonna look? That was like always the big thing. And man, God of War 3 like blew away expectations. That game looked so pretty, and that's the thing about God of War 3. That game still looks pretty to this day. It looks unfucking believably phenomenal. I have God of War 3 remastered on PlayStation 4, so I haven't played it yet, but I really want to get to it, because I'm sure the game looks even better. But you know, it's not like it's gonna look 10 times better. Obviously they just a resolution increase. I don't think they did a frame rate increase in that one, but game probably still looks as gorgeous as ever. This guy's fucking badass too. Look at this motherfucker. Got a big ass like ball on him and shit. And I punch him in the balls. Oh my god, the deaths are just so fucking gruesome. They're so good. It's really starting to bother me. What the fuck was I trying to say earlier? Oh my god, me and my mid-conversations. I don't remember... Oh, Jesus. Fucking Jeremy over here coming right at me. I didn't even realize there was another one. I also like how sometimes you'll walk away from them and then they'll just... Jesus, Murphy, Jones, and you brought Robert. Do not remember all these guys spawning here. You know what? Don't want to deal with you guys. Really wish I had Cow Kratos from the start. This would be a really quick Let's Play. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember all the areas of this game for, like, Phoenix Feathers and Gorgon Eyes. I mean, a lot of the areas are pretty secretive. There's some decently good hidden ones. I don't know if I'll remember all of them or not. Even more so, I mean, God of War is very much so a puzzle game in certain regards. There's a lot of elements to God of War where there's puzzle sections, which is always like a good which is always like one of the things I always liked about God of War. There's good pacing to it. Not only do you have all these action scenes, but it doesn't really overdo it, because a lot of times you really are in a situation where you're thinking and trying to figure out what do you need to do. And there's a couple of sections like that in all God of War games. So. But what I'm specifically getting at is one of those common situations. A box you can't get to until later, but you can see it. So there's probably going to be a few situations in this instance of God of War 1 where we'll probably get to a puzzle section. I'm not going to remember how to do it or whatever. I might have to cut footage or something. I don't know. Just to see if I can figure it out again real quick. Sometimes I'm just a little dummy with these things. Like, no matter how many times I play Uncharted 1, I will never figure out that fucking book, that book room section of the game, near the end of the game with the book room. I don't care how many times I play it, I'm never gonna fucking figure that out. And also with this section of God of War, it took me forever to figure this out, that you had to break these boxes. The first time I ever played this game, that took me for fucking ever. I was stuck in this room for the longest time, jumping on all these walls, getting so frustrated. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't figure it out. You gotta smash those boxes, which is, honestly, I still find it to be a valid complaint. I don't like that in games. I don't fucking like it. I can't fucking stand when the answer of where to go is not incredibly obvious to the player. I can't stand that shit. Granted, maybe, you know, more people saw it than I did. Like, maybe that is a particular section where people, like, were like, oh, that's not too bad, Ryan, or blah, blah, blah. But, like, I have zero tolerance for it, really. I need to know where I need to go. I need the game to pace me properly. I need to make progress at all points. If it's a puzzle, by all means, fine. But, like, a section like this, like, there's nothing puzzly about that. That's just a matter of, like, oh, break this thing and then you can move forward. But it's not entirely evident to the player of, like, how... I don't know what I'm doing right now. It's not entirely evident to the player as to, you know, what you need to do to press forward. And there's a lot of things like that in games. And I can't stand them. I can't stand them. So... thank God I somehow pulled through. I don't even remember how I, like, ended up figuring it out or whatever, but I ended up getting by it, and thank God I did, because obviously God of War was a good game at this point, but oh, I hated it. Oh, yeah, I'm already yawning. It's kind of late. I wanted to play some San Andreas tonight, because that's the thing, when I did my move, like, I obviously had no time to play games. I'm missing only a few trophies left. The platinum is only going to take me, like, maybe an hour if I can just boot up the game and start playing it. But I haven't really done it because I'm going to be filming that, because that's going to be my 100th platinum, and I'm making a whole, you know, video about it or whatever. But either way, I haven't had time to, like, play anything really, because I did all the packing, and then I did the move, and then I've been unboxing everything. And see, the damn thing is, the unboxing was a very long process, because I was just so fed up with the whole idea of everything I've been doing so far. So I was just like, fuck it. It took me like 4 days to finally get everything out of the boxes, like another 2 days to get everything just where I wanted it to be. And even still, as I'm recording this right now, my living room is not done. In fact, it is like a complete mess right now. But that's mostly because, like, what do you call it? The fish tanks. That's the thing. I just also filmed a Patreon video showing off the people that are patrons, the new place. I gave them, like, a room tour first, and I was doing that video, and I was explaining to them that in this room, actually, I don't have any... oh, I'm supposed to be using a Medusa, right? No, wait. Oh, no, I gotta kill her and then get the Medusa power up. I gotta make sure I'm paying attention here. But I had the two fish tanks in my old room, the 29-gallon fish tank and then the 55-gallon fish tank. Despite the fact that I have more space, I do not have room for those things. Like, and that's kind of depressing. So I have them, I just have to put them in the living room. So that's what I have to set up right now, is not only get the couch where I want, the living room TV, but I have to move those fish tanks. I got the 29-gallon here. The 55 is actually still at my old place. I need to drain it and carry that and get that thing over here, which is going to be a huge pain in the ass. You know, my biggest, not worry, but I knew it was going to be bad. My biggest concern, again, not concern, but my biggest, like, fear was, like, moving those fish tanks, because I just knew how, like, shitty it was going to be. There we go, square. Turn these guys into stone, Medusa style. But I gotta hurry because they crack back pretty quickly. There we go. That guy. Boom. Get his homies. So that's the deal right now. Still got all that shit going on. Still gotta do the fish tanks. Still got to set up, like, a lot of the living room, because not only are all those things not set up, I don't have, like, a lot of pictures up either or anything. Had to get my kitchen sorted. Have to get that stuff sorted because you gotta eat. But it's gotten to the point where, and I don't know, like, if a lot of you guys have moved or anything. I've never moved before, you know. not a major move by any stretch. Obviously, I moved out of my my parents' place, but that was like kind of early on in my life, and it wasn't like a situation where I had like a shitload of like personal belongings. So this was my first sort of major move, like as an adult, and where I owned a lot of things, mind you. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to drive at here. Like I just had so much shit in that small room. So for my first major move, like I keep finding myself in this situation where I'm like, oh, I'll just get, you know, this thing, and it's like, oh shit, I don't have that thing because I either didn't bring it with me, or I just never had one that was like mine from the old place. Like I couldn't bring it, so I have to like go get my own now or something. Because again, I did live with other people at my old place, so it's just I'm in this situation where like every 2 seconds it's like, oh, I need this, and oh, I don't have it. Oh, I need this. Oh, I don't have it. Like I was cooking burgers for the first time. The first thing I cooked here was burgers, and I think I need to use the arrow break as well. And so I'm cooking them or whatever, and I have like the leftover meat, and I like sliced an onion, and I'm like quickly realizing, I'm like, oh shit, wait a minute, like I have no tinfoil. You know what I'm saying? Like something is shitty, small. Excuse me. Something is shitty and small, and you know, as minuscule as tinfoil, I didn't have, so I couldn't wrap up my burgers. I couldn't wrap up my my onion. So it's just like one of those small oddball things. Hold on. I just got a text message. I have to respond to this. I am so sorry. This is like the first time I've ever done this right now. Blah, 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 blah. So unprofessional. I am so sorry, people. I absolutely had to respond to that right now. Yeah, but here's a good little secret area. What do we get here? Phoenix feather? Oh, first phoenix feather. Awesome, sweet. Now, what I want to know is where are these feathers coming from? Obviously a phoenix. Yes, I know. I'm not stupid. But which phoenix? You know, the phoenix? Are there multiple phoenixes? See, that's the thing. I don't know much. Well, I don't know a whole lot about Greek mythology, but I know from what I've learned from God of War, which I guess is basically that's what's extending my knowledge to it. But that's, I guess, the one thing I can thank from God of War is that, like, ooh, wait, which way to go? Oh no, not this way, because this way is like blocked off and everything. Shit, what was I gonna say? I'm losing my train of thought. Shit, I just hit the pop filter. This person's texting me back, and I keep looking back. I'm being so irresponsible right now. It's like texting and driving. I shouldn't be doing it. Oh, Jesus Christ. All these people. What I can thank for God of War is that God of War not only introduced me to Greek mythology, but it helped me with, like, this one time where I had, like, a school project. Had a school project. It was about Greek mythology, and I was like, oh shit, awesome. Like, I don't even have to do any research or anything because I knew what I knew from God of War. Granted, God of War should not be a scholastic news source for your Greek mythology. Like, it shouldn't be your source material for this kind of stuff. But, ooh, wait a minute. Did I fuck something up? I think I did. Wait. I think I have to go back up there and shoot that arrow thing, but shoot it outwards so that it creates a, what do you call it? Yeah, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me figure this out. See, I knew it was not going to take long for me to find a situation like this. Yeah, I had like a school project in high school, and I was like, oh shit, this is immediately perfect. Mine was on Hades, and you know, Hades like is the god of hell and everything. So like I already knew that. I already had like a decent foundation idea, so I didn't even have to do any sort of like major you know, research material or anything like that. I just like did oh my lord, I can't even ladder. I did some light reading or whatnot, and then I did the usual thing you do when you're a kid, which is you bullshit through whatever sort of assignment you have. So I read like a few sources, used them to, you know, cite my sources or whatever, because, you know, school makes you do that too, which you should do, cite your sources and whatnot, be responsible. Did that, and then I knocked the school project out like easily. And it was one of those projects where the teacher's like, all right, and you've got like 3 weeks to do it. Like it's a pretty decently big sized project where you have to get like pictures and stuff and whatnot, and like I think I had to make like a poster boards or something. I can't entirely remember, but it was like a whole ordeal, right? These guys are really ticking me off right now. I will definitely have to save my shit up and upgrade the my blades first, because those are what I'm going to be using most often. And then also the Poseidon's Rage is pretty much like the first magic is like the best magic, like right away. Like it's easily the best one. Also, I think somewhere around here, Gorgon Eye, Phoenix Feather, I want to say something like that. Ooh, that's also a quick way to kill these guys right when they do their jump. But I was about to say, the first guy did not give me orbs, I think. And then the second guy did. I was about to say, it's a quick way to kill them, and you still get your orbs and everything too. What's the fast way to... Well, traveling up and left and right, you can jump, but traveling, I forget which button you have to hit for him to, like, slide down the wall. Fuck these guys, man. Fuck these guys and their fat fucking ass. Big ass war going on behind me. We're about to see what that is. And we're about to see what that's all about in a second. But it's getting late right now. I think after this video will be my last little session. I am enjoying driving to a new place every day. I'm enjoying something different. I love the amount of the amount of space I have. Overall, I'd say I'm pretty happy with all this. And also the fact that I have a new bed probably makes it like 10 times better. Like that's the thing, like because I wanted to move, I'm like, fuck it, you know, it's a new thing, new start. So I got a new shelf to put all my games on. Got the Casper mattress that I keep hearing about from every fucking podcast I listen to. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll finally buy it or whatever. Which has been really comfortable, and it's a full-size bed too, so the girlfriend can't yell at me anymore, because we both used to have twin-size beds, but now that's like no longer a problem. She's like, get a twin, so we at least have some room or whatnot. So now I got the twin. She's done complaining. We can both sleep on a decent-sized bed, and it's a comfortable bed too, nonetheless. So, you know, it works for us. But here's the thing about the Casper. Good mattress for the value. But if you want to feel bad about any sort of purchase you've made recently in terms of furniture, go to a Raymore and Flanagan showroom and realize that you can't afford anything in there, and all the stuff that you had already bought is nowhere near as awesome as you thought it was, because everything else in there is so much nicer. Like, I went there just to like look at couches and stuff, and which tells you, yeah, I went and got my couch at Big Lots instead because I'm a cheap motherfucker and that's all I can afford. But you know, I went to Raymore and Flanagan, and so I was just like browsing around and everything, and I was just like immediately mistaken. I'm like, wow, well, I'm not going to be able to get anything here because everything's mad expensive. And it was like all super nice shit too. Like it was really, really nice stuff, which I would have loved to have, couldn't. But so for the hell of it, I was like, fuck it, I'll go to the bed section just for the hell of it. And I checked out the Tempur-Pedics, and I realized, like, damn. And, like, that's the thing. Even though I enjoyed the fact that I got the Casper, it was still, like, $700 for a full, which, you know, I don't want to spend, you know, it's not fun to spend $700 and just lose $700, but you are still like, you know, okay, well, I got something good out of it. But then you check out the Tempur-Pedics, and oh my god, people. I don't know if you've ever laid on one. I don't know if you have one. If you do, that's amazing. They're fucking incredible. It is a weird sensation sleeping on one. Now, I never slept on one, but when I sat on one in the store, it was just like so fucking soft, and like you sink into it. Like it contorts to you perfectly, basically. Like that's exactly what it does. And the thing cost like $2,000 for like a full, like for like a, I think a twin started at like $1,800, a full was like $2,200, and it was just like, wow. Even though I spent $700 and I'm not happy with that, you know, there's a $2,000 one, and it's like, this is how nice it is. And I was like, oh man, like, way to make me feel shitty about the purchase I was already kind of regretting. Like, god damn. And then you look at like, oh well, maybe there's something I can get out of this store. Like, maybe there's something I can afford. How about a Tempur-Pedic pillow? Oh, well, you know what? If I can't get the mattress, maybe I can at least get the pillow. No, the pillow's fucking $100 for a fucking pillow. Oh, man, that was, like, so depressing. I'm like, well, yeah, this isn't happening. And sure enough, it didn't happen. I think I still need to... Yeah, there we go. Gotta break that one down, too. Maybe one of these days I'll shell out the $100 and I'll get a Tempur-Pedic pillow, but or a Tempur-Pedic what do you call it, topper, mattress topper, which is basically what I would assume all you need. I don't know how greater of a benefit would it be to have the whole bed. Obviously, it probably would have a pretty substantial benefit, but just judging right immediately from me being judgmental and not owning either of these things, I would assume the topper could certainly be a justifiable purchase as well. Well, the topper, the topper's probably something absurd too, just like anything else is. Probably like $500 or something, which is the price of a normal decent mattress. Or, you know, you can go the super cheapo route and get a mattress for like $200, but they're like, what, springs or something? Like, nah, you can't be doing all that. That's bad for your back, I think. I don't know for a fact. Holy Murphy, these guys just come out of nowhere. I mean, they actually do come out of nowhere, just to be, to be fair. Let me pull this guy back. And then shoot him. Shoot him where? Oh, wouldn't you like to know, buddy? Boom! Right into the next room. And then I'm gonna jump on it. I'm gonna swing across. I love how the second you get on this thing, they're just like, oh, we're coming for you. Doesn't matter anyway, because when you get on the rope, even more dudes spawn. And you gotta fight them that way. That was like one of those. That was like one of the classic God of War instances. Again, and like another moment the first time I played this game, I'm like, oh, okay, like a quick little section. It's like, really? There's guys up here too? Like, Jesus. And then I'm just like walking across the rope, and I'm punching, kicking these guys off. I'm like, Jesus. And then the dudes from behind you show up, and it's like, son of a bitch. Is there any place where I'm not getting my, like, beat up? And then you do one of these numbers. Left, right. Just fucking, you're just taking turns at this point. Like, oh, all right, who wants an ass whooping? This guy does, this guy does. I'll take turns with you guys. Boom, that way, that way, that way. And then they, start fucking with you that way. Dude, get off me, man. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, shit. That was a dumb move. Did not mean to do that. I was trying to, like, leap across, like further, like, get speedier with it. I'm so impatient. Have you really noticed that when I'm doing these things? No matter what kind of game I'm playing. Obviously it's during a game that I've, like, played often, or, like, I've played multiple times or whatever. Oh, my God, my nose is really fucking itchy. I keep scratching it and whatnot. But whenever I'm playing a game that I've played like a number of times and it's for Let's Play, I just like try to take every single shortcut I possibly can, and every section is just too slow for me. I don't know why, and it obviously causes me to mess up every single time. Like, it never works out to my benefit. Also, there's like other things I can do. I can do like jabs and shit. Wait, I think this is the grab. Yeah, there we go. That one's just sort of instant. That one's actually, like, way quicker. Probably should just do that one. Until you gotta basically take damage trying to do that one, because, like, they're obviously going to hit you at least once. Oh, yeah, it's way quicker. And you get magic for it, too. Until you get magic if you just kill them regularly. Oh, that's what, yeah, that'll stop you. If another, if another dude hits you. Climbing on up. To the east side, climbing on up. Boop, dude, go. Come on, Kratos. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. That a boy. Atta boy, come on. Who's a good Kratos? Fuck it. Yep, see? Don't have time for this shit. Oh, these guys got fucked up. Why am I, oh, I was about to say, why am I not allowed to move? Like, why am I not allowed to, it was like not letting me, I was like, see, everything that happened so far, I'm wondering if it's PlayStation Now, or if it's like something else, you know, like who knows. Bam, these guys. Looking all angry and shit. Bring it on, pussies. Oh, I should probably save. Actually, maybe I should do that. Maybe I should save here. Because I'm looking at our time right now. And we're looking at about 30 minutes. So you know what? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to do it to you guys. But I kind of have to. Thank you so much for watching part 2 of God of War. We're having a great time. Also, we can upgrade lots of stuff right now. Besides Rage, Blades of Chaos. Yeah, because I always like farming the red orbs a little bit and then like do a decent amount of upgrades like all in one go. I'm one of those people. That's kind of what I like to do. Anyway, thank you all for watching part 2 of God of War, and I will see you all in the next part. That's part 3.